Okay, sir. We have actually noticed that a lot of young people
Mm.
out there are too eager to be rich. A lot of people going to hustlings, going to a lot of works just to make it in life per se. So, what can you make us understand? How does wealth creation work in the aspect of young people trying to build something for their life, trying to make money and all of that? But how does it really works pertaining your age, the age frequency that we are in right now?
Okay. Definitely we are in the 21st century, and the number one thing I want to establish is that wealth creation, anybody can create wealth. It does not respect age. All right. Whether you're at age 15, whether at age 20, age 30, age 50, you can create wealth. I have friends who are they are not up to 20 years, and they have made their first million more than their first $1 million, not even naira. Do you understand? So is and another thing you also need to understand that random hustling is a bad idea to wealth creation, is a bad framework. So anybody who is doing random hustling, what I mean by random hustling is you touch AI today, you touch graphics tomorrow, you jump into real estate tomorrow, you hear that it's happening in crypto, you jump, you hear
Jack
that
of all
a
trades.
jack of all trades, master of none. Do you understand? So you can't build wealth like that. So here's my advice to any young person watching me right now or watching this show right now is that number one is that you need to first of all understand skill space. I used to tell people that there are three channels of wealth creation, and until you find your places in any of these three, you won't create wealth. All right. Number one is that you must have a skill.
Skill.
Skill, yes, skill is what people pay you to do. Skill. We have digital skills, we have traditional skills. Digital skills are the ones you do with your mobile phones, with online stuff, web development, graphic designing, video editing. Where traditional skills are, the physical ones you do, fashion designing, and baking and all those ones. So that needs human intelligence and human strength. You get. So we have, and the second channel is service. Is service. Service is also what you are paid to do. You understand? And service is in the sense that you have something you do for people. People can pay. Do you know that the people that are cooking, mama put roadside, even eateries, do you know they are doing service? You are hungry, you don't have strength to cook. What do? You go and buy food. They have already made life easy for you. You can find a way to make life easy for your fellow human being, and they will pay you for doing that. Service. The final one is product. Create something. It amazes me how so many young people are busy consuming, but nobody wants to be a producer. So if we can channel our strength to any of these things and build tenacity, build endurance for long, wealth creation is possible.
Wow. Wow. Build tenacity for long. Wealth creation is possible.
Yes.
Wow. All right, sir. Okay. Mr. Global Landlord, I believe you're a spiritual man, right?
Yes, of course.
Okay. So, I just want to throw you those questions. There are a lot of people out there that wants to be a true child of God. They want to be a Christian. They want to serve God, but they don't want to look a cake. They don't want to look. We have a lot of Christian baddies, out there. They want to serve God, but they still want to have a touch of, Cardi B and Theophilus Sunday kind of mixture. So, what advice do you have for people? Do you just line with people and still line with God, or how do we go about this?
Okay, that is a mindset problem, because if you understand that the God we are serving is a God of excellence, yes, it will solve that problem. We go is religion. You grow in a setting where you must wear baggy shoe, baggy trouser, wear stocking, carry big Bible before you can know that you are now Theophilus Sunday. No. Okay. If you understand the fact that the same God that made you pray for 10 hours can still give you a Lamborghini, and it is not a sin. It is not. So that act of trying to, be like Cardi B, be like other, a touch of Cardi B, a touch of what's this guy now, Michael Jackson, with a touch of Theophilus Sunday. We are trying to modernize. Why fake work can be real, and it's just real. God is real, and the moment you encounter God in His real form, you understand that excellence is His character.
Say that again.
If you encounter God in His real sense, excellence is His character.
Wow.
So an excellence it is seen both in your dressing. One man of God recently was seen. He drove into a crusade with one of the latest cars, and a friend of mine was telling me that car is not more than 5 in the whole Nigeria, in the whole country.
Wow.
Is it possible? It is. You don't need to look like Cardi B to really. You can speak in tongues and speak in cash.
Speak in tongues and speak in cash. Okay, so finalizing or rounding up with this show, I just want to ask this question. I believe you are a man of impact and a man of excellence and a man who balances his life in all aspects. So I would love to know that I was interacting with a young man and he said something, that really shocked me. He said that education doesn't have much thing to do with our life currently, because we already have AI, we already have Google, we already have a lot of things in the internet that can help you. So why spend your money in university? So I want to ask, is it true that education is now outdated in our time, or is it still a necessity?
First of all, you need to understand that the word education is different from the word school. So education is everybody must be educated, even the person that didn't go to school but is learning work is education.
Wow.
Do you understand? So you don't even need to be in school to learn to be educated. But now I need to create a balance in this, because I hear, just like you said, I hear a lot of people say school is scam. The truth is that there are some certain doors in life that will never open if you don't have that certificate.
Certificate.
Yes. I know they say school will not teach you how to make money, school will not teach you this, but I'm telling you for life, for sure, that there are some certain kind of influence you can't manage. There are some certain kind of room you can't get, money can't get you in there. Influence can't get you in there. Even your tongues as a Christian can't get you in there. The access fee, the access ticket is your certificate. So let's just quit this whole lot of things. School is scam, and it depends on where you are going. For a young man that has a vision to really transform Africa, you cannot change a system you don't understand. And sometimes if you want to change the system of the education in a country or in a continent, you need to pass through that system to understand the foundations of that system, so that if you want to now start addressing that problem, you can know where to stand and how to address that problem. You can have some tangible points, all right? You can even know who to call and who not to call. Do you understand? So it is very, very, very important, especially in fact, education is more important than ever.
Wow.
It's more important now than ever. And any young man, any young lady that really wants to build anything that will last must consider education.
Wow. This is really an eye-opener, like seriously, because we have a lot of young people out there who just want to make it in life. We don't want to stress themselves in, that part. Well, this is the end of the show, and I really am doing Fight Fire, and this is Global landlord on the
Global
show.
landlord.
I want to celebrate you, sir. Thank you so much for being part of the show. Thank you so much. You're really a man of influence and a man of excellence. Can we celebrate and appreciate global landlord on the show? Thank you, sir.
Thank you.